Hi, my name is Steffi. I'm from Orthodontic Specialist Study Program, Faculty of Dentistry, Hasanuddin University, Makassar. I'm going to present my literature review, Serial Extraction in Orthodontics. This is my abstract. First section, Introduction. Dental crowding exists when there is more tooth material in relation to the basal and alveolar bone that supports the teeth. Serial extraction is another protocol that is used less frequently in the management of tooth size or arch size discrepancies. This treatment technique involves the sequential removal of deciduous teeth to facilitate the unimpeded eruption of permanent teeth. Such a procedure often, but not always, results in the extraction of 4 premolar teeth. Second section, literature review. In 1743, Bannon, in his Essay of the Disease of the Teeth, proposed the removal of deciduous teeth to achieve a better alignment of permanent teeth. He was the one to primarily explain serial extraction. In 1929, Breer-Schellgrim coined the term serial extraction. In 1940, Nance presented clinics on his technique of progressive extraction and has been called as the father of serial extraction philosophy in the United States. In 1940, Breer-Schellgrim termed this extraction procedure as planned or progressive extraction procedure of teeth. In 1970, Hodge named the same procedure on guidance of eruptions. According to him, the term guidance of eruptions is comprehensive and encompasses all measures available for influencing tooth eruption. These are the indications of serial extractions: premature loss of deciduous teeth, arch length deficiency and tooth size discrepancies, lingual eruptions of lateral incisors, unilateral deciduous canine loss and shift to the same side, mesial eruptions of canines over lateral incisors, mesial drift of buccal segments, abnormal eruption direction and eruption sequence, flaring of incisors, ectopic eruption of mandibular first deciduous molar, and ankylosis and labial stripping. For the contraindications of serial extraction, the first is congenital absence of teeth providing space, mild to moderate crowding, deep or open bites, severe class 2 and class 3 of dental or skeletal origin, cleft lip and palate, spaced dentition, anodontia or oligodontia, midline diastema, and last delacerations. For advantages of serial extractions, teeth are guided into normal positions using physiologic eruptive forces in serial extractions. Serial extractions also allows the teeth to erupt over the alveolus and through keratinized tissue rather than being displaced buccally or lingually. Serial extraction also reduces the duration and cost of active orthodontic treatment at later stage. Health of infesting tissues is preserved with less potential for iatrogenic orthodontic damage like root resorption or enamel decalcification. More stable result, less retention period is required, and better oral hygiene. For disadvantages of serial extraction, serial extraction needs long-term procedure that requires thorough knowledge of growth, development, eruption sequence, and calcification of permanent teeth. Serial extraction is done as intercanine growth is occurring and hence it is difficult to assess accurately how crowded the dentition will be. There will be prolonged treatment time with multiple visits, 2 to 3 years. Patient's cooperation is very important in serial extraction. Most cases treated by serial extraction need to be followed by active orthodontic treatment or fixed appliance to achieve ideal leveling and alignment, root parallelism, closure of residual spaces, and for correction of the deep bite. In serial extraction, there will be tendency to develop tongue thrust and increase overbite. Residual spaces also can remain between the canine and second premolar. Serial extraction will be subjecting the child to multiple progressive extraction visits. In deciding on timing sequencing for extracting primary and permanent teeth is a key to success. Thus, the decision of resorting to serial extraction should always be based on comprehensive assessment of dental, skeletal, and soft tissues. Serial extraction is not a single decision, but a multi-decisional and timeline process. In diagnosing the serial extraction, study models is important. Study models are required for assessing the morphology of teeth, dental arc form, evaluation of malocclusion, and to perform model analysis. Photographs is also important. Pre, mid, and post-treatment intra and extraoral photographs are taken. They act as permanent records of the pre-treatment state, improvements during the procedure, and also help in patient motivation. Radiographs also important. Various radiographic views recommended are intraoral periapical view, lateral cephalogram, and panoramic radiograph. Radiograph help to detect congenitally missing teeth and supernumerary teeth, to carry out radiographic and mixed dentition analysis, to assess dental age, amount of root development, and possible eruption pattern, and to detect any bony pathologies. Procedure in serial extraction. There is no single technique for serial extraction. It depends on individual case. No single extraction sequence applies to all patients. Some of the commonly used methods are dual method, Tweed method, Nance method, and Moyer's method. Dual method. First is removal of deciduous canines. The deciduous canines are extracted at around 8 to 9 years to create space for the alignment of the incisors. The main objective of extracting primary canines is to establish the integrity of upper and lower incisors. This prevents the development of lingual crossbite of maxillary laterals and resultant mesial migration of maxillary canines. Second step is removing deciduous first molar. Deciduous first molar are extracted when first molars reach half of the root length as evidenced by radiographs. This would be some 12 months after the extraction of deciduous canines at around 9 to 10 years of age. The objective of deciduous first molar extraction is to accelerate the eruptions of first premolars. This ensures that the first premolars emerge into oral cavity before the eruptions of permanent canines. Last step is removing of first premolars. First premolars are extracted as they are emerging into oral cavity and when the permanent canines are developed beyond half of the root length. Extraction of first premolars facilitate proper eruption and alignment of the permanent canines after serial extraction procedure. The status of developing third molar must be evaluated because if the third molars were congenitally missing, then extraction of first premolars would be unnecessary because there would be enough space. For the Tweed method, According to Tweed, if diagnosis shows the discrepancies exist between teeth and basal bone structures, and if patient is between 7.5 to 8.5 years, serial extraction should be carried out. At approximately 8 years, all deciduous molars are extracted. It is preferable to maintain the deciduous canines to retard the eruptions of permanent canines. After 4 to 10 months following extraction of deciduous first molar, the first premolars will have erupted up to gingival level. Do not extract the premolar until the crown is above the alveolar bone. Extraction of first premolar and deciduous canines should be done 4 to 6 months prior to eruptions of permanent canines. When they erupt, they migrate posteriorly into good position. For the Nance method of serial extractions is the modification of Tweed's method. It involves the extraction of the deciduous first molar, followed by the extraction of the first premolars and the deciduous canines. Next is Moyer's method. At stage 1, extraction of all deciduous lateral incisors. It helps in alignment of central incisors. For the second stage, extraction of all deciduous canines after 7 to 8 months. It helps in alignment of lateral incisors and provides space for lateral incisors. Stage 3, extraction of all deciduous first molars. It simulates eruptions of all first premolars. And the last stage, stage 4, extraction of all first premolars after 7 to 8 months. It provides space for canines and stimulates eruptions of canines. And last, enucleation, surgical removal of unerupted teeth, usually premolar, to minimize crowding. Advantages of enucleations are fewer visits to the orthodontics, therefore decrease in trauma and emotional disturbance, fewer follow-up visits. In mandibular arch canine usually erupts before first premolar. If it is found that the canine is erupting labially, then the premolar may be enucleated. In severe maxillary anterior crowding and excessive protrusion, enucleation provides space for retraction of central incisor and lateral incisor, proper eruption to canine. The last section's conclusions. Serial extraction is an interceptive orthodontic procedure undertaken in the early mixed dentition period. Serial extraction involves planned removal of certain primary and permanent teeth in a sequence to relieve crowding in the arch and to guide the remaining erupting permanent teeth into the best possible occlusion by using the physiologic eruptive forces and neuromuscular balance. Serial extraction can minimize the need and extent of corrective orthodontic treatment at later stage. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.